What's up, guys? It's your girl Ivy. Um, as you could tell by this video, I'm gonna do this because it got brought to my attention. Like, I should do this video. If you could tell by the title, it's about knowing the laws in the country or the state that you're in, and just knowing the chain of command. Because if you guys don't, guys, you guys will be tricked, and there is not good people, and there's good people and bad people in law enforcement. The good people in law enforcement uphold the Constitution and are not tyrants. A tyrant, it means that you're a traitor to the Constitution. For FYI, for those of you guys that don't know, I just learned this stuff as an adult. I didn't know this when I was young. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna let you guys know, you guys need to know this stuff. If you guys don't, you guys are walking around like crash dummies, and anybody could trick you using the law. You don't want nobody tricking you losing the law. How can somebody trick you by not knowing the law? Is they could get you to commit stuff knowing that that's a trap that they're putting you in. Let me repeat that self. The importance to knowing the law is because there's people out there that could trick you into breaking the law, and it's a trap. Some people know the law so well that they'll get you to commit to go to break the law, and the whole time is a trap. The whole time is a trap to get you locked up or just to get you in the system. And if you're not in the system yet, you will be messing around with people like that. And who are these people? Girl, they're people, usually the people that do this, like, get you to commit crimes, and a crime could be as simple as a simple law. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, that's gonna go in debt. This is just gonna be the surface level. These people, there's some people out here that get paid to get you locked up. There's some people here in the United States that get paid to get you incarcerated, or to get you to commit a felony, any type of thing, like anything that has to do with breaking the law. There's people out here that get paid by crooked officials in government to get you to break the law. When they could get you a conviction, they get paid for it. The detectives get paid for it, and the informants get paid for it. They're called informants, but they like to use terms as like CIs and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's the technical term that they use, like in the courtroom. CIs. There's honestly, from my experience with these people, they're crooked. They're not. There might be good CIs, that are upholding the Constitution and fighting crime, but there's people that intentionally do this so you could break the law, so you could get locked up. But anyways, my point of saying this is to the extreme. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not like breaking, I don't advise you to break the law, period. You know what I mean? Don't break the law, man. Life is better to be a good civilian and all that. But if you are, I'm just telling you guys, turn your ways now. Turn your ways now, and be a good citizen. And if you were a bad citizen before and turning good, there's, you know what I mean? You're more targeted like that. Like, if you already have a record and you're turning your life around, like, you're more of a target now, because it's easy to get you to commit. You know what I mean? It's easy to get you to commit a crime. You know what I mean? Because you're already past the crimey person. But anyways, if you don't know this, you know this now. So anyways, I'm ranting. My point of this video is, let's go back. You have to know the laws here. And the only reason I'm saying this, because I was just at the post office this morning. And keep in mind, I've done certified mail. This doesn't have to do with CIs, but this has to do with, because the U.S. Post Office it belongs to the U.S. It belongs to the people, us. You know what I mean? So they have to go through a court of conduct. So you got to know, like, the laws and everything, guys. Because if not, you're gonna get slapped around like a little bee, you know, all your life. You know, you don't want that. There's laws here in the United States to protect you. But anyways, I'll touch base on what I just said earlier at the ending of the video, but this is what made me do this video. Okay, so I was at the post office. I've done certified mail a lot of times. I gotta pay my electric bill or else my electric bill is gonna get shut off. I'm already past due, straight up. So I have to send that check. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna send it certified mail. Certified mail, you could either do certified mail or you could add on services on the certified mail. Like you gotta add a signature or add, like, there's other services that you could add on the certified mail. But what the certified mail does is they charge you $5 for it, and you could track it, and then when it gets delivered, the post office guy scans it, and it lets you know that the actual, it shows you who delivered the mail, what mailman delivered the mail, and at the time it got delivered. That's certified mail. There's another certified mail that you can add on with signature. You know, that means like whoever you're sending it to, they have to sign for it. You know what I mean? So whatever, I'm at the post office, and this lady, and I'm riled up because I'm thinking about it. This lady, she's like, I was like, hey, I'm gonna do Expedia service, and she's like, it's $30. I was like, oh no, you know what? I'm just gonna do certified mail. And she's like, okay, I'll do you certified mail. It's $11 with signature. I was like, oh no, I'm not trying to do signature. She's like, no, you have to. And I was like, what? Dude, I'm 33 years old, dude. You know how many times I've done certified mail? A lot, girl. A lot. I used to sell stuff on eBay, bro. So sometimes I would certify my stuff, you know, but, or sometimes I would send like, I try to clean up my credit. There's countless stuff that I used certified mail before, and I know the difference between signature and no signature. So I asked her, I was like, hey, like, oh no, I don't want another signature. I was like, she's like, you have to get it. She's talking to me like that, with rolling her eyes and all that, like, you have to get it. And then I was like, you have to get it. She's like, yeah, you have to get a signature or else you can't do it. She's like, and it's $11. And she's like, I was like, what? She's like, why don't you just do priority mail or something like that? And I was like, with priority mail, you don't need a signature? Oh, she's like, no, but you could get it tracked. And I was like, hold on. I was like, I'm confused because certified mail, like, I just don't want the signature. She's like, you have to get the signature. It's gonna have a signature anyway. And I was like, I was confused because I'm literally confused. I've done this before. So I'm confused. I understand, like, she has to get the line moving, but still, I'm asking questions. And I was like, I don't think you have to have a signature, like, for, like, I was like, the person has to sign it? Like, when, like, the person I'm giving it to has to sign it? And she's like, yes. And she rolled her eyes. I was like, you know what? I was like, why do you have an attitude if I'm just asking questions? Like, and she's like, I was like, why do you have an attitude and why are you rolling your eyes? You're just I'm just asking questions. And she's like, did I roll my eyes? Did I just blink? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get somebody else because you have an attitude. Like, I'm not trying to deal with that. I'll just wait over here. She's like, okay. And then I wait for the other girl. The other girl, since I'm already knowing this, since they're probably friends, she doesn't have a friendly attitude towards me, but at least she wasn't rolling her eyes at me. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, like, I can't get priority mail? And she's like, she says it again, like, no, it needs a signature. You have to have a signature. And I'm like, I'll just do priority mail. Whatever. I did it and I left, and I was like thinking, like, damn, these people are lying to me. I know I could get certified mail and I don't have to add the signature. So I walk my dog for a little bit, and then I go back heated because I already went through the website and it says, like, yeah, the certified mail is only $5, and if you want to add a signature, it's like $10, which probably with tax is gonna be $11 or something. So I was like, bro, I'm gonna go back because I need to go to that post office and I need to let them know that they can't be lying to me like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm still gonna go to that post office because I need the post office. You know what I mean? So I need to let them know, like, they can't be lying to me, and next time they're gonna certify my mail, you know. So now I'm pumped up, you know, like I'm like, hold up, I gotta go talk to somebody. And I know all post offices have a postmaster. A postmaster is very important to each post office. A postmaster it's like the highest ranking person that controls that post office. That postmaster knows all the laws, and they have to go by the rules. You know what I mean? Because this is the United States building. It's a federal building. You know? So I was like, hey, I went back to the girl that served me. I was like, hey, no, I went back to the girl that had rolled her eyes at me because she was the only one to open. Probably because she's so rude, nobody wants to go with her. But I'm just playing. Not a lot of people are in line. But anyway, I go to her. I was like, hey, excuse me. You told me that I couldn't get certified unless I got a signature, but that's not true. On your website, I could just get it certified for the $5. Like, that's it. Like, why? I want to know why did you tell me that I couldn't get the certified? Like, you know? And she's like, she looked at her coworker like, do I work here? And I'm just there looking at her like, bitch, do you? She's like, let me get the supervisor for you. I was like, yes, thank you. So I'm waiting for the supervisor, and I look at the other girl. I was like, excuse me, I want to know who your postmaster for this office is, so I could let them know that, like, I will go out of my way to report these people, because you're not supposed to be doing that. I will go out of my way to report you. I will, especially if I'm being served unjust, and I know what I'm talking about, and you're refusing me a service that you're offered, but you're saying it's not available. That's already like, what? Why are you refusing me a service that's available, and this is a federal building? But anyways, so the supervisor comes, and I'm like, I ask her if she's the postmaster because I want to let her know that I know the little chain of command, and if I don't know it specifically, I will find out. You know what I mean? So I was like, but let me tell you guys, like, this attitude right here, that's not how I'm going. I'm not approaching these people like this. I'm just being assertive. I was like, excuse me, ma'am. I was like, they informed me that I wasn't able to get certified mail, and I need certified mail. They told me that I have to have a signature, and I know that's not right. And I showed them the paper that's in their front lobby. I was like, look, their certificate, this is not my first time that I've done this. If I require an adult signature, it's an additional charge. Like, I don't have to get that. To add that service, that's $11. I was just telling her the numbers because I want her to let her know that I know that that's an extra charge. Like, you know, if I had to pay for certified mail $11, I would. And if I had to pay, additional, I would, because I need this thing to go fast. You know what I mean? But the only reason I can't get it with a certified signature is because it's going to the water bill company. They're not gonna sign it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, when it's going to, like, businesses and stuff like that, like, especially for your water bill, like, your electric bill, whatever, like, they're just receiving mail. There's nobody to, like, receive that. You know what I mean? So I can't add that. Like, I don't need that. And then she tells me the same thing. She's like, oh no, but you do need a signature. You do need a signature. And I was like, ma'am, I don't want a signature. She's like, and I explained what I just explained to you guys. I was like, I've done this before. And I told her, I was like, so I was like, hold on, so you're telling me that I have to have somebody sign my certified mail, or else I can't get certified mail? So I repeated myself so she could admit that they're denying me the $5 service, because I'm recording. And she kind of noticed I was recording. She's like, no, you can. I was like, just don't add. She's like, don't add the other signature. Don't worry about the extra stuff. But when we say that they're gonna sign it, it's no matter what, the one that delivers it, the mailman, he signs it for you. He signs it. That's what certified mail is. He signs it for you, and he clicks it, showing that it's served. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. Like, that I know that he has to scan it. You know what I mean? I just don't want the additional service that the person that is getting the mail that has to sign. Like, I don't want that additional service. And that's all I was asking. And she's like, well, it's okay. It must have been a confusion. But keep in mind, earlier she was trying to like confirm what they're saying is true. Until I like specified, like, till I had her say, like, you know, so you're saying that there's no certified mail without the signature. So I pressed her, and she admitted that yeah, I couldn't get the $5 service, because I was telling her, I was like, this is going to the electric bill. How could I have them sign that? Like, and then she's like, no, yeah, you can do it like that. You can do it like that, and you don't have to. When we say sign, is because the mailman signs it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm used to. But she was telling me that it's $11 and I have to get the signature. And she's like, well, maybe you got confused with the terminology. Maybe you should ask, you know. She was being very polite. She's like, maybe you should ask in a better way. You know, there was a mix-up, you know, and maybe it was a mix-up in the terminology because we have a different terms that we use here. And maybe it was a mix-up there. And she's like, next time just ask, and you know, like how you're asking me or something like that. And I was like, ma'am, like, to tell you, because I wasn't gonna complain on this lady, but I was like, ma'am, to be honest, like, I did ask, and when I was asking, being confused just like I was with you, and she started rolling her eyes at me. And keep in mind that this assertiveness that when I'm speaking with you, that's not my attitude I had when I was asking them questions. I'm only being assertive now because of what I experienced earlier, and I'm trying to get down to the bottom of the way certification goes. Ooh, sorry. And she's like, okay, yeah, no, yeah, don't worry about the extra services. It's only $5. And I was like, okay. I just wanted to get that clear because I need to be using certified mail. Like, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be... She said, yeah, just next time, just fill out this form. It's only $5. And don't worry about the extra stuff. And she's like, you know what? And she was basically telling me just woosah and, you know, have a good weekend. And I was like, you know what? Thank you so much. And thank you for your patience. And I'm sorry if I came at you anyway. And you know, have a blessed day. But anyways... my point is, I knew the chain of command and I knew how to go about it. You have to know, especially using government services, you have to know how to use these services, federal stuff, because the postal office is a federal building, and it's a federal service that, you know, it belongs to the government, and the government belongs to the people. But anyways, if I didn't know that, I would just got lied to and walked away. Like, you know, you gotta know, like, what's what and what are the laws and all that. And when I was talking about earlier about CIs and stuff, you could get slapped around if you don't know the actual laws. That's just the post office laws and the chain of command laws. Like, when you're out here, you know, like, you know, out here in just living as normal civilian life, like, you gotta know your laws, like your traffic laws, so nobody could, like, you know, like bully you around. And my advice, there's a lot of laws. There's a lot of laws, guys. The only laws you have to know is the constitutional rights, your constitutional rights. Learn your constitutional rights. Search for it on Google. But I'm talking about the 2-page constitutional rights, not the constitutional rights that has all the amendments in it. Amendments is just added laws. It's just added laws to the Constitution that help govern society. But added laws, if they go against the Constitution, they can't stand. So it's important to know your constitutional rights. Know your constitutional rights, because if there is added laws, which are amendments, they can't override the Constitution. They cannot override the Constitution. So let's say, like, some like new laws got added to like the first or second constitutional right. If it contradicts the actual constitutional law, it's not valid in court. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video because this is too much. I hope you guys grasped everything. Learn your constitutional rights and just learn the constitutional rights. Look for it. Look for it. Because when you look up constitutional rights, a lot of websites, they show you the constitutional rights with the added amendments, and it looks like pages and pages and pages. It's not. The constitutional rights, honestly, it just shows you the constitutional rights thing. It shows you how the government ran and the chain of commands you go through. And then it gives you all the rights of our founding fathers that they gave us. Read it. Bye-bye.